FG Rides coming from beautiful Pennsylvania, USA. We're in Muncie today. I bought Royal Enfield Classic 350 about 3 years ago. Got about 2,600 miles on it now. And I thought it's time to give a full, comprehensive report on it. So we're parked in Pirate Ship Park, although the pirate ship is long gone. And we're going to go over that. Let's get problems out of the way first. There have been a few problems, the biggest one being, and this is something I think every owner of one of these motorcycles, these Royal Enfield Classic 350s, will have in common, is you want to take pictures of it. And if you're a thinking man, you can't decide which angle is best. In my phone, which should be packed with pictures of my family, my children. I only have one, but I got some, but it's mostly the save photos of this thing, at least from 2023 on. It's a shame, it really is. But I can't decide which angle looks best. Every angle looks fantastic to me. I often want to include the exhaust when I take photos for thumbnails, just because the exhaust is on its own kind of a work of art. It's a beautiful exhaust. They did it. See how it follows the frame rail down? It's just perfect. And a lot of singles, you'll see they put like a kink in the exhaust to clear the controls and the foot peg. Not this. Kind of maintained its integrity. I really appreciate that. Just a beautiful thing. Other problems, of course, I had the battery, the original Royal Enfield battery die seemingly with no rhyme or reason. And of course, the speedometer. The speedometer makes me crazy. Thought I had it figured out a couple of times. I didn't. It's smarter than me. It's getting replaced in a couple of weeks up at Royal Enfield of Albany. Cassie up there said that the latest replacements are supposed to be like a final fix. I thought I noted some doubt on her part when she said that, but maybe I'm just imagining things. I've serviced the bike twice, or it's been serviced twice. I did the first service with the valves, and then last year when it was after the truck hit it, and it was up at Royal Enfield of Albany, Michael serviced it for me. But not the valves. They weren't due. They will be due soon, about 3,000 miles, and I'll probably do them a little early. The bike has the normal valve noise, so I understand that's a sign of health. If you don't hear the valve noise, then you need to rip that valve cover off. Any other No other problems. Not a thing. It runs like a top. When I got it, I thought that it shifted better than any bike I've ever ridden. And I can tell you, after 2,600 miles, it shifts better than ever. And I just noticed it in the past, maybe 600 miles after it got, 2,000 on it. The gearbox is it's finally broken in, and it's fantastic. I've heard a lot of people say that the engine, the same way, after you get a couple thousand miles on it, it loosens up and runs better. It does seem to run better. I wouldn't say more responsive, but I'm not sure how I'd articulate it. Not more powerful, a little more willing when you're revving it. Yeah, because right off the bottom, it feels essentially the same. It was always wonderful. Always had that wonderful torque, right, almost from the get go. It's amazing. But now, when you're in the upper portion of the rev range, it definitely feels a little bit freer. It's been liberated. It burned its bra or something. I don't know. The paint is holding up very well. Oop. You can see I have some scratches and scuffs, whether you can see that. Some of it comes from my coat, my big old belly pushing that coat against there. You still look good. That's not in the sunlight, so we can't see that. The spokes and rims, really, I don't see any corrosion. I don't know whether that's a bit of corrosion or dirt. Might be dirt. But yeah. And the thing is, I don't treat this like a showpiece. I use it in kind of harsh conditions. I haven't done a BDR with it or anything, but I do a lot of dirt tracks and that kind of thing. The Enfields, both of them, this Classic 350 and the Hunter I have, I'm telling you, if they get near a dirt road, the handlebars twitch on them by themselves. They're like, we're heading that way, we're heading that way. You have no choice. They love it. I love it too. It's a lot of fun. Anything else we should talk about? Of course, I put a DNA air filter on it. So good, I put one on the Hunter immediately when I got it. It's about the only thing I would really want to do to it. I don't have any desire to throw a cam into it or change the exhaust. I don't want to decat it. I don't know. It just sounds so good. And it's kind of a Goldilocks. Just the right amount of noise. Wouldn't want it any louder or any quieter. I guess we can start it up and you can hear that wonderful exhaust. How many miles are we at? 2585. 0.8. So 14.2 away from 2600. Hear those valves? That's a healthy 350, so I'm told. I really shouldn't complete this without all the tires. Let's talk about the tires. That is a negative. They're wearing well, and that makes sense because I think the compound is a little hard. They are not the most confidence-inspiring tires I've ever run on a motorcycle. And look, when I was a destitute kid, I actually put used tires on one of my bikes. Never forget that, and they weren't the same brand either. So it's kind of bad. I don't want to replace them before they're worn out, especially at the cost. But boy, I don't know. If I was a richer man, I would have got rid of them long ago. The tires on the Hunter are MRFs. They're not Seat, and they're not much better. So I don't know. You know, it's not an expensive motorcycle. That's what I tell myself. So I'll live with the tires the way they are for the price. And before I finish up, I got to say the World Wrestling Federation Championship saddlebags. I use these. They aren't Royal Enfield, even though they have a gigantic Royal Enfield badge on them. They are not Royal Enfield. They're from India. They're goat leather. They are kind of Goldilocks bags, too, for day-to-day use. And I've used them more than any other bag I own. I just love these bags. They're fantastic. I cleaned those too, treated them. They look a little better. Actually, no, they look a little cleaner. They couldn't look any better.